Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve and you're watching Rambeast Projects. If you're new to the channel, this is a family automotive channel. And today we're doing something with the JP shop. So I actually got called into work at 2:15 this morning. Yep, that's in the morning, 02:15 hours. And I got to leave early, so I get to go over to the JP shop and hang out with the guys for a little bit. Some of you guys that are new to the channel don't know about this. This is a locker down console gun safe. They make vehicle specific gun safes and I am a huge fan of it. Use it all the time, It's not holding my weapon when I'm going to a garage. Sometimes I do wear my weapon inside of a garage if I know the guys pretty well, but if I'm going to a garage where I really don't want to carry a firearm on my side, I lock it in the safe, and I also lock other valuables as well. We may be doing an install on the wife's new Ram Rebel very soon, so stay tuned. And I have a discount for these console safes in the video descriptions. Check that out. There's always important stuff in the video descriptions. Greatly appreciate it. If you're a fan of AMSOIL and their products, their specialty synthetic products, I am an authorized AMSOIL dealer, and the website is bsynthetics.com. Check that out. It's in the video description. Our apparel, our merch. Check that out, rambeastprojects.com. All right, enough rambling. I'll see you guys at the JP shop. Wonder where they came from. Pretty nice for a lifted truck on 37s. Tearing it up.
I thought you told me you didn't do that.
I would hope by now you saw the video.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
All right, babe. Well, I'm at the JP shop. I love you.
Tell the boys I said hello.
I
love
will.
you and see you later.
See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. See what these guys got going on today. In case you didn't know. What's up, guys?
Yeah, you're Keith's son. I saw your YouTube.
Yeah, I'm Keith's son.
No, dude almost got fired.
Can you see the resemblance, guys? Oh, they went black too. Cool. Gabe, what are you installing on this today?
This is a just a leveling kit on the front and 33s. Moto Fab.
Oh, Moto Fab. High speed spacers.
Yep.
Customer opted for a 2-inch leveling kit, basic install, nothing too crazy. Undo the knuckle here, lower the knuckle, remove the sway bar link there, tie rod, drop her on down. It's a nice transmission jack you got there.
Spanking, snap on.
Oh, it's not Harbor Freight.
Crazy.
All right, little update, guys. We got the lower strut bolt undone. It's still in there, holding it in place. Tie rod's disconnected or moved some of the ABS. Top control arm to the knuckle is loose. 2 of the nuts for the top shock or strut are removed. We got one still holding it in place there. That's where we're at, guys. It's coming along. We got a high-speed snap-on trans jack. Gonna pop the sway bar link real quick. Out. All right, Keith was mentioning something about loosening the upper control arms and why he does it.
We loosen the upper control arms and then tighten them on the ground because they're captured rubber. If you don't do that, the bushings will wear out prematurely, possibly in a matter of months.
See, just an added step. Jeep shop always taking it to the next level. Some shops might not do that. So guys, this is a very basic spacer lift. Give you 2 inches. It's going to sit right on top of the strut. It's not a preloaded spacer kit where you have to compress the spring and install the spacer. Supplied from the customer. This is what he wanted done. Jeep shop will do whatever you want. Not personally the direction I'm going to go with the Revel, but that's what this customer wants. Not saying it's wrong. Not saying it's right. Very simple install to give you 2 more inches now, so you can fit 33-inch tires on this guy.
Factory nuts on the inside, the new nuts for the top side.
All done, just like that. You have a 2-inch spacer installed. I think we need to find coilovers for mine.
Yeah, we'll make our own.
What do you think? I'm sure Fox makes a set. That's the right way to go for me.
Think so?
Fox coilovers in the front. That'd be kick-ass. How nice of a ride would that be?
That'd be pretty good.
So guys, you're gonna want to snug one of these down, and then you're gonna want to feed this bolt through, because you're gonna need a little bit of persuasion with a pry tool to get that lined up just right. MotoFab calls for 40 foot-pounds for these top strut nuts. All right, there you go, it's torqued.
Too much, wasn't it?
No. You want me to do the heavy lifting?
Yeah, we better get Gabe out here for that.
Aww.
That's the right one.
Get a disassembled strut.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Guys,
It's
it's
on
breezing
top.
through this one.
All right, guys, so we got the upper control arm to the knuckle started. Tie rod's back connected in, started. Earlier I said disconnecting the ABS. You don't have to do that either. This is the only part that we disconnected of the ABS to give us some more room, some more length. There's a little clip that actually goes into right there. So that's the only part that you're gonna disconnect on the ABS line. Do not unplug your ABS line. Just undo that part right there. And we're gonna leave the sway bar link disconnected for now because we're gonna do the other side. Torquing this down to 70 foot-pounds. And yes, I'm eating a pretzel.
A monster and a pretzel?
A monster and a pretzel. Alright, we're going to torque this down to how much?
41 foot-pounds and then an additional 180 degrees.
The common folk that probably doesn't know what that means, what's 180 after you get it down to the initial torque?
Half of 360.
Snap-on, their torque wrench called Excalibur does that for you. It will tell you to stop. It will beep. only, I think, like $1,000 torque wrench.
Is that what it is?
See, he's just gonna turn this 180.
90 plus 90.
All right, guys, so now that we have the passenger side done, we're just gonna reconnect the sway bar links on both sides. Torque them to spec. Then basically we're pretty much done.
Done. Put the wheels on and we're done.
Yep. And guys, look, my hands are dirty. I was helping. I may not have filmed all of it, but I was helping. Hopefully you guys are finding this informative. And if you're interested in this MotoFab kit, I'll have the information in the video description, and we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Probably not the route well, definitely not the route I'm gonna go with the Rebel, but it's an option for you guys. It's a cheaper option, a consumer option, I guess you would say, if you want to get 33s on your truck. I need some Ram Beast shirts like that. Just like that. Like the beast coming out of the back. It's not all about Jeeps here.
Well, we need to get a combo shirt while we're doing this stuff. Right?
I love it. I got Chester County Transmissions. They're getting 68 RP transmissions all the time now. And then now we're gonna get Rams in here every week. But very cool.
You twerked on that one, right?
I twerked on that one. That one's twerked.
And you twerked those?
They're all twerked. Twerked. We just gotta. Actually, what did you torque down the sway bar links bolts to? I mean nuts.
Tight.
Tight.
Yeah, they just gotta be tight.
It just did. There you go, guys. Sway bar, nuts, good and tight.
Good and tight.
Good and tight.
That's a German torque spec.
So Keith's gonna drop the truck down to the ground. We're gonna
lower the truck to the ground.
We're gonna lower the truck to the ground, put all the wheels on it, and then he's gonna retorque.
Do the upper control arm bolts, the lower control arm bolts, and the lower strut mount.
And he's gonna do all that while it's on the ground. Just an added step. Because again, like we said earlier, if you don't loosen these up and you start moving up and down, probably going to get about 10,000 miles and you're going to have to replace these bushings. And this is a brand new truck. We don't want a guy coming back to replace those bushings because it will split, crack them, damage them. So it's easier and better. Well, it's better to loosen these up completely, let the control arm drop completely nice and loose like, and then once the truck's on the ground, retorque all that stuff and you're good to go. Another 2019 5th-gen Ram 1500 upfitted by the JP shop. This customer went with a 2-inch leveling kit, simple install, basic install, with 20x10 fuel assault wheels, -18 offset, and he went with my favorite, the Nittos Ridge grapplers. Very, very good tires, very good wheel company as well, and they are 33 by 12.5 by 20, as you know, it's 20x10 wheels. But man, it looks good. The stance is not bad, guys. For a 20x10, I was a little concerned when we were doing the install that a 20x10 would stick out way too much. It looks like it's mostly, there's a little tiny bit of tread, a little tiny bit, not much. It looks good. It's a nice aggressive stance, but it's still modest at the same time. What do you think? What do you think, Keith?
I think it's a good combination.
I think we need to do more of these. So guys, seriously, make sure you hit up the JP shop. Let them know that I sent you. I might just have to pop in and film the installation because I love doing this. I love doing this. I want to do this full time. I want to be here every single day of the week filming these installs. I got 18 months left before I'm eligible for retirement. So seriously, guys, keep hitting these guys up. I appreciate you supporting the people that support me. The JP Shop, Dirty Diesels, all those guys, Chester County Transmissions. Definitely hit them up. Do you want to do the outro?
It's pretty basic.
You want to do the outro?
No, that's all you.
You want to do the outro?
You're the outro. I'm not going to be the creeper either.
All right, seriously, guys, again, make sure you hit them up for your suspension upgrades, wheels, tires, and I want to keep coming back out here to do this. So let them know that I sent you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some insight of what a 20x10 on this new 6-lug wheel that they got going on with Ram for the 2019 5th Gen Rams. I hope I give you some type of idea what it's going to look like with a -18 offset. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm a fan. Don't know what I'm going to do with the wife's yet. I don't know if I'm going to go, I don't know. 20x10 looks pretty good, Keith. 20x10 looks pretty good. I think it'll look really good on the Rebel. I really do. It's not bad at all. And I like it. It looks aggressive.
Absolutely.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs up anyway. Don't be that Prius owner. Not all Prius owners are bad. I have to put that out there for my one video. Not all Prius owners are bad. And if you're stopping by for the first time, smash that, tap that, whatever you want to do to that subscribe button, but definitely do something to it. Hit that notification bell. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next upload.